All right. Are you there, Burak? Are you there? I'm about to start now.
Yes, of course. Let's start.
Right. Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's great to see us. All of us here are joining, and welcome to another AMA session. We, we bring in some of like the most interesting projects in the space, and give you all the chance to hear directly from the people building them. So today we got like a really exciting one lineup. We joined here by Burak, who's the growth manager at Yellow Network, a project that's taking fresh approach to trading infrastructure, combining speed, self custody, and a strong focus on solving liquidity fragmentation across the market. So it's a space that evolves fast. So what Yellow is building sits right in the center of that shift. So this is like definitely a session you want to pay attention to. So we'll be diving into the vision behind the project, how the platform actually works, what makes it different, and where it's all headed next, and more. And as always, we'll start with some host questions to get things going, and then we'll open it up for the community. So feel free to stay engaged and do well to drop your questions in the comment section as well as we go. So, Burak, great to have you with us. Really looking forward to a great conversation. So, before we get into everything that you're building with Yellow, I think it's also good to take a step back and understand the person behind the project. So, Burak, for the community, who might be hearing this from you, who might be hearing from you for the first time, can you walk us through your journey a bit, like how you first got into crypto, how long you've been in the space, and what that experience has been like for you over the years, and more importantly, what led you to Yellow specifically, and what made you decide that this was a project you wanted to commit to long term?
Of course. Can you guys hear me, by the way, just to confirm?
I'm pretty sure everyone can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for the intro. It was amazing, and it's great to be with you all guys here. Thank you for the invitation as well. Me, myself, I am Burak. I'm the growth manager at Yellow. And of course, before crypto, as every one of us, I had another profession, which was law. I was a lawyer. I'm coming from the lawyer background. And after that, I started to invest in projects. And actually, Yellow is the very first project that I invested in from the early rounds. And that's how I met Yellow basically, and afterwards, of course, I tried to help the marketing, especially in Turkey, as much as I could, and I ended up here. It was one of the best things happened to me actually. And honestly, I mean, for me, it always came down to the long-term vision and the people behind it. Talking about why I'm still with Yellow for more than 4 years now. In crypto, you see a lot of hype cycles, but very few teams actually build through multiple years, right? And at Yellow, we have Alexis Serkia, one of our founders. I mean, our founder and our captain, who comes from one of the earliest and most successful market makers in crypto. GSR, he's the co-founder of GSR, and we have Louis Bellet, our co-founder, who has been building exchange infrastructure for years at OpenBayer. He's the founder of OpenBayer, and they have helped many tier one exchanges that we know today to build their exchanges in the very early stages. When you combine that kind of experience, you know that it isn't a short-term play. And personally, I have learned more here in 4 years than I think I would have anywhere else in 10 to 15 years. And from market structure to product to growth, it has always been a full journey here. So for me, it was never about staying. It just made sense to keep building here.
That's amazing. So, I'm just gonna start with my first question, and then we're gonna go from there. So, you've been with Yellow for a while now, which is honestly quite rare in the space. I think 4 years, and in crypto, people move around a lot. So, projects come and go, narrative change, and so I'm curious, what keeps you personally committed to Yellow through all this, different market cycles and the challenges and the evolution of the project over time?
Yeah. I mean, as I mentioned, I think I'm going to repeat the same thing the same thing. It's true. Like the reason I'm still with Yellow is that the long term vision, and I know that right now in crypto, what's important is to build the long term structure, which is what we are building here. I mean, crypto is there for multiple reasons, right? I mean, of course, there is a lot of hype and trends going around it and shaping it in the short term, but in the long term, what's important in crypto is to actually create infrastructure which is going to be used by banks, which is going to be used by institutions and retailers at the same time. A whole infrastructure which is going to aggregate all the liquidity, order books, all the traffic here in the marketing side and also in the in the financial side, both at the same time. And there are just a few people who could lead this, and I believe that Alexis Serkiy is one of those names, one of those, let's say, a few names. And knowing that he's the person who has actually built the first market making industry institution in the industry, made me stay. And also, of course, we are building many products at the same time from many companies. We are going to talk about it in the coming questions, I believe. But we have many companies under the Yellow Umbrella brand, and we have been just building from different angles. And knowing that these are all actually serving to the same purpose, and in the long term, they're all going to be actually aggregated in terms of the financial infrastructure that we are building. Yeah, I really believe in the long term run here. Yeah, I think this was the answer. Was it enough or?
Yeah. All right. All right. So, for anyone in the community who might be hearing about Yellow for the very first time today, how would you break it down in the simplest way possible? If you had just a short moment to explain it, what is like Yellow really about, and why should people care?
Of course, of course. I mean, it's complex, right? I mean,
Did you get the
Yellow is not
question,
just
Burak?
about. Sorry.
Did I cut off a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I didn't hear you, but I'm just going to continue if it's okay. Well,
I can
again,
I can ask the question again if that's okay.
no, no worries. I like, of course, for the others, please feel free to do it. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can everyone else can hear us to confirm if anyone can? Um,
I think Telegram is glitching. I think
yes,
Telegram is
exactly.
glitching.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
I was
a
asking
problem
if I
from
can
my
ask
side
the
as well.
questions again.
Yeah, yeah, please do so. Please do so. Yes.
All right. I was asking about for the people who might be hearing about Yellow for the first time. How would you break it down, for them to understand? If you have like a short moment to explain it, and why should people care about Yellow Network?
Of course, of course. I mean, Yellow is a quite complex project because it's a whole infrastructure for brokers at the same time, for retails, for institutions, for banks. But in one sentence, what I could say is that Yellow is a layer 3 clearing network that connects exchanges, brokers, and traders into one unified liquidity system. So right now, crypto is fragmented, right? Liquidity is split across chains, exchanges, and apps, and that creates slippage and inefficiency, bad trading experience, etc. But what Yellow does is aggregate the liquidity and clear trade off chain. Let's say clearing the trades off chain using state channels. So the users are going to get all the users that are counted, exchanges, brokers to traders, right? They're going to get near instant execution. There will be no bridging needed and the self custody. So instead of moving assets around, the network brings liquidity to you. This is what Yellow is with the simple sentences.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, when people look at Yellow, it's not just like a single project product. There's Yellow.com, there's Yellow Organization, there's Yellow Capital, and the trading platform itself. So, can you it can feel like a full ecosystem. So, can you walk us through it in like a simple way that like what each part does and why they all connect together?
Of course, it's actually a really good question, and it's good that you asked it in the early stages because it's going to make everything like every other answer in the coming minutes way more clear. So Yellow is essentially a group of companies under one umbrella brand, which is Yellow. We have Yellow.com, we have Yellow.org, Yellow.pro, and Yellow Capital. So it can look a little bit, let's say, a lot at first, but it's actually very structured. So at Yellow.com, Yellow.com is your entry point. Wallet, content, education this is where users start exploring Yellow. And Yellow.org, in the meantime, is the core of the network. B2B side partnerships, infrastructures, mainly for institutionals, mainly for other projects, mainly for exchanges. And we have Yellow.pro, which was launched recently. This is our trading platform where execution happens. And this is where you can purchase the Yellow token at this moment. This is the only place at this moment where you can purchase it. And we have Yellow Capital, the market making arm, and it's helping the bootstrapped liquidity. So they are all different companies under one umbrella brand. We have, for example, Yellow Capital doing the market making, and we have Yellow.pro, where you can trade. We have Yellow.com, where you can reach out to new articles and news, and you can create your own wallet there as well. And we have Yellow.org. If you are a builder, for example, and if you want to build on Yellow, or if you're a broker and if you want to join the network, the infrastructure, this is where you go. So all are connected, but each serves a clear role here.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So one move that really caught attention recently was the decision to refund a large portion of the capital raised from VCs. That's not something you typically see in this space. So where most projects try to hold on as much as funding as possible. So can you share like the thinking behind the decision and what led you to like that direction?
This is actually a very good catch from your side. Alexis just shared about this on his Twitter today, and he announced it to the public, to our community. So yeah, this is definitely not something you see every day, right? The thinking here was
Yeah.
simple though. We didn't want post-TG sell pressure controlled by the VCs. In most projects, large VC allocations create pressure, right? Like create sell pressure right after the launch, but we wanted to flip that and make sure the community actually owns the token. It's also a signal. For example, um, let's say we even launched on a Sunday, which is unusual as well, just to show that this is built for users and communities, not for traditional market timing, or this is not for banks. Yeah, this is actually the reason we didn't want this to be built in the short term around the VCs. We wanted to build something in the long term around the communities, real decentralization. It's very good that you already catched it.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
That's That's understandable. That's understandable. And building on that, if VCs are stepping back in that way, how does that shift the dynamic for the project? Does it like mean the community now, plays a bigger role in shaping the future of Yellow? And how do you like see that evolving?
I mean, there's a really simple answer to this, which is the ownership is going to be shifted toward real users, the real builders, and the early participants, of course. And of course, what changes here is that we will have less artificial self pressure, more aligned incentives, I would say, and stronger long term holders as well, which is what we want, what every project needs, and most of the projects fail on that side, which we are succeeding already, and I'm very happy to see that our work and researches and analyses are paying off. And instead of a few funds controlling supply, you get a distributed base of people who actually use the product. And in Web3, that's everything because the network grows with its users. Yeah, because if you're releasing a token, whatever, doesn't matter whatever you are doing, you can be like B2B, B2C, whatever. Even if you are B2B, you are becoming actually a B2B2C project because you are connected to the communities, connected to people who are using your platform and tools directly. Yeah, that's what I would say. It's going to be the real users and the early participants.
All right, that's amazing. I just wanted to ask, can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Okay, I just
very
want
well.
to ask. I want to ask if you guys have like merchandising for Yellow. Have you
Sorry.
guys done merchandising for it?
You mean merches? Yes, yes. I mean, we have a lot of merches, especially if anyone here has ever been at our events. It might have been in Dubai, in Singapore. We are everywhere basically. We have been sharing a lot of merches with our communities. Also, with our ambassadors, we have been shipping them many boxes actually with a lot of gifts. We will be doing that for like for our community, for our new ambassadors in the coming weeks as well. And this is actually a really good moment to invite everyone to our ambassador program. If you are if you are a content creator, if you are a builder, or like if you're connected to crypto and you are scanning the charts every day, this is your moment. Actually, you can just contact myself, our community manager in DMs, or tag us on the channels, on the official channels, and we are going to guide you on that side. It's time for you to see if you can actually build with Yellow or become a part of Yellow as an ambassador.
Right. That's really great, and I like the way you answer these questions. It shows that you really know what you guys are doing, and it's really amazing. Uh, let's talk about the yellow token. Obviously, the yellow token is now live, and there's been a lot of conversations around it. So, for someone just discovering it, how would you explain its role, within the ecosystem? What can like users actually do with the token, beyond holding and also trading it?
Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, just to clarify here, Yellow is not just another governance token here. It's the core infrastructure within the Yellow ecosystem that we are building. It is used for many cases. Clearing fees across the network are paid in Yellow token. Collateral for brokers and participants are also taken in Yellow tokens. Access to features and tools are requiring the Yellow token, like holding the Yellow token as well. Incentives across the ecosystems are also in Yellow tokens. So whatever you do, if you want to take a step and become a part of the ecosystem, whether you're a retail or a bank or an exchange, you're going to need a token, which makes it quite strong in the future as well. So every time value flows through the network, the token is part of that loop. And as adoption grows, more brokers and more apps, more volume, more exchanges join, utility increases because it's not just a speculation, it's not just a governance token, it's the core of what we are building. I hope it clarifies it, but yeah, there will be more information that's going to be shared on our socials as well regarding the new use cases of Yellow tokens. I'm not sure if it's the right moment to reveal them, but I would advise everyone to stick with our social medias for this
We
specific
understand.
reason.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's talk about the core tech of the trading platform. So one of the key ideas behind Yellow is combining the speed of efficiency and of con- um, controlized exchanges. Centralized exchanges with the security and
Yeah.
control of decentralized ones. So that sounds a little bit powerful, but also quite complex from my end. So can you break down how that actually works in a simple way that people can understand?
Of course, of course. First of all, for those who haven't tried it out yet, you can just on the website enter, like, type down yellow.pro and experience it yourself. I think it's going to be liked by everyone here. We have been building for such a long time, and just as the idea here, we have been building the Yellow Exchange in order to be able to onboard our users, onboard our communities as also retail traders here, and they can become market maker within the ecosystem. And initially, at the time of the TG of Yellow token, we have released the Yellow.pro spot tax, where communities can actually start already buying, purchasing the token, and become a Yellow token holder. It was more of a soft launch, and it was quite successful, in my opinion. And what's going to be next for the Yellow Exchange is going to be the implementation of the perp taxes. So there will be a perp tax available on Yellow.pro as well. But the key idea overall for Yellow.Pro is simple. We remove the blockchain from execution, but we keep its security. So trades happen off chain through state channels, and which means there will be no waiting for blocks. You don't have to wait for the blocks because state channels allow you to trade off chain. And there will be no gas per trade because it will be also cross chain and off chain, and you don't need to pay continuous gases for each transaction. And there will be no meme pool. But the settlement is going to be still enforced cryptographically, so it stays trustless. It means that you are getting SEX speed, centralized exchange speed, and the centralized exchange self custody at the same time. And that's the core difference of our product.
All right. Uh, okay. Let's talk about the trading experience and the liquidity. So, from a user standpoint, experiences matter a lot. So, when someone is like trading on Yellow, so what should they like expect compared to other platform they're already familiar with? And at the same time, how are you guys like approaching the challenge of building enough liquidity to make that experience smooth and competitive?
Okay, can you guys hear me now? Okay, I was speaking already. This is a very good question, and this is actually the core, let's say, material, the core feature that we have been building on our side. We are an infrastructure for everyone in Web3, right? And from a user's perspective, it feels very familiar, as if it is a SEX, as if it's a centralized exchange. You connect, you trade instantly. There are no delays and no weird confirmations needed. But behind the scenes, no one holds your funds. There will be no bridging needed. Again, thanks to state channels, and no hidden execution layers as well. So for liquidity, we don't really rely on one single pool for one chain. We aggregate across brokers and participants into one unified order book. And so we are removing the fragmentation in terms of liquidity, right? And the users can get depth and efficiency like a top exchange here. So the user, it's completely user friendly as if it's a SEX, but it has the security of decentralization. I hope it's clear. But yeah, by the way, for those who are listening, if you have any questions, feel free to raise a hand and ask your questions. We are here to answer all. Let's make everything clear today, guys.
No worries about that. Uh, we're
Okay,
gonna
okay.
we're gonna we're gonna move to that after my questions first, and then we're gonna move to the community question. So to my next question, we've seen mentions of growing builder ecosystems around Yellow with hundreds of developers involved. So what are like people actually building right now? Can you share a few examples of that would even help non-developers understand the kind of opportunities that are being created?
Okay. So for those who don't know, we have a product which is called Yellow SDK, on which Web2 and Web3 projects can actually implement state channels into their projects. And to be completely transparent here, of course, we started our journey with the long-term vision for B2B connections. But at the same time, again, when you're building in Web3, it means that you need the communities, you need an ecosystem, you need to create a real ecosystem if you want to stand in the long term. And this is what we have been achieving with Yellow SDK. And as mentioned, we have state channels for B2B infrastructure, right? And state channels is the new version, let's say a developed version of Lightning Network. And for those who don't know, Lightning Network was was used on the Bitcoin layer only for the payments in the future. And the state channels are actually allowing two parties to create continuous transactions between two brokers or two parties. And this is completely B2B, and this is about banks and institutions. But at the same time, we realized that it was actually a good moment to detach the state channels from the B2B, let's say, purpose, and give the projects, Web2 and Web3 projects, a chance to use this in order to, for example, aggregate their all on-chain liquidities, on-chain transactions into one single on-chain transaction, in order to, for example, decrease latency and remove the continuous fees for their users. So yeah, this is why we have created the Yellow SDK, and people have been building things like, I mean, we have already more than 500 builders joining the Yellow SDK, Yellow ecosystem, in order to use the state channels. But people are building things like trading interfaces, Telegram bots, GameFi integrations, social tipping apps, AI trading agents. Me myself, I am also building a project on the type of Yellow SDK because it's very easy. And the key here is that with Yellow, we can build gasless and real-time experiences. The builder, I'm talking about the builders. So even non-devs can relate and imagine tipping instantly with no fees, trading inside an app, or gaming with real-time economies. So that's what we are making possible for the developers. For example, just an example, if you have a Counter-Strike game, I'm sure that most of the people here know about Counter-Strike. It's a shooters game. If you want to build it completely on chain, it's going to be impossible. It's not going to be user friendly, because for every shot that you are taking, for every walk, every step that you are taking, there will be a MetaMask pop-up appearing on your screen, and you have to confirm unlimitedly, like 100 times a minute. But if you're using Yellow SDK, while you are starting your game session, you're opening, let's say, a state channel, and every transaction, every move, every shoot that you are taking is being calculated within the state channels, and you don't need to stop your game in order to confirm one transaction and another again. Can you guys hear me? I just lost the connection, I think.
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Yeah, what you just need to do is to implement the state channels, the Yellow SDK, into your product, and allow your users to play the game until the end of it, and then all the calculation in terms of transactions and fees are going to be done at the end of the game. This is just a simple example. Yeah, this is actually amazing. Like, I would suggest everyone to take a look at that. And if you are a developer, especially, we have the grant programs, we have the hackathons happening everywhere, all around the world. I'm sure there will be another one next to your house. Yeah, just join us. I guess you are muted, and that's why we cannot hear you. Chain Rich.
I'm here. I was trying to check something out. So, moving on to my next question. Um, as a growth manager that you are, we've had a front row seat to how Yellow has evolved from an idea into a live platform. So in such a competitive space where what has been like your core strategy for growth? How do you like cut through all those noise and get people to not just notice Yellow but actually engage with it?
Yeah, so it's a very good question, especially considering the current situation in the market, right? Unfortunately, it's not as active as it was. The people realize that the trends and hypes are just temporary; they just come and go. It's not really the vision. It was not really the vision to build for the long term, and people realize that, which is good for me, for everyone at Yellow as well, because this reveals the the the, the the purpose of ours. Like, our purpose is to bring the real solution into the fragmented liquidity for the Web3 space. And of course, we are focusing on real use cases here. On the Yellow products, we are, of course, focusing on the strong, let's say, content creator alignments as well, instead of working with KOLs, because KOLs are key opinion leaders, but unfortunately the crypto marketing traffic has already been broken as well. So we are trying to work with the people who are actually in love with the projects. They are discovering, exploring the projects, and they liked the technology that you are bringing in, and they want their communities to be one of the first ones to hear about it. So we are very picky on that side as well, and we are already onboarding builders early. So the ecosystem is already developing, growing so fast as well. And instead of chasing hype, we show working tech, real integrations, and actual usage, and that's how you cut through noise, I think, by being real in the space by being full of narratives.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So one of like the biggest challenges. Can you hear me, Burak?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So one of the biggest challenges in crypto right now is liquidity being spread across multiple chains and platforms. So how is Yellow approaching this issue? And in practical terms, what does your solution mean for the everyday trader using the platform itself?
Sure. I mean, I'm going to try to answer this as simple as possible. So right now, the liquidity, as you said, is fragmented everywhere. And if you want to trade across chains, especially, you need to bridge, you need to wait, you need to take a lot of risks. Um, and yeah, I mean, even if you are working on the like trying to bridge on one of the most known and trusted, let's say, infrastructures like tools, there is a huge chance that you can fail, like the transaction can fail. You might waste time, and you might face some problems where the assets are being stuck actually on some specific blockchains. This is what I have also experienced a lot of times in my personal, let's say, experiences. But with our model, we are removing all these problems entirely. With our model, assets stay on their native chains, trades are cleared off chain thanks to state channels, and settlement is atomic, also thanks to state channels. And so from the user's perspectives, you just trade and there will be no bridges and no complexity. That's the shift we are bringing. And I think it's a good idea to maybe share a document regarding like the state channels that we are using as one of our main materials in our infrastructure, because understanding state channels is actually opening another way, another door in order to look to Web3 finance from another perspective. Yeah, we will be doing that right after the call. I'm sure everyone here is going to find it quite interesting.
Right, right. Okay, we don't really have a lot of time, so we need to go over these questions before we can open up the open mic for the community to ask their questions as well. So, it'd be best if we can do this quick and head to the community questions because we don't have a lot of time. So,
Of course.
let's be for real for a moment here. A lot of projects generate hype early on, but struggle to convert that into real usage. So now that your platform and tokens are live, what are you doing to ensure that adoption is genuine and sustainable? And what should the community look at to like measure real growth?
Okay. So I mean, to be very, let's say, simple here again, I would advise everyone to watch these numbers. First of all, the number of integrations. In our case, which is the SDK adoption, we already have more than 500 projects, which is quite a lot, already implementing Yellow SDK into their project, which is amazing. And it's going to keep growing. You know, we just started a couple of weeks ago, and it's already on hype. The active traders, we just launched our Yellow.pro platform, and it will be growing quite soon as well, especially with the Perptex release, and volume from the real users. And yes, this is also going to be coming with the Perptex release as well in the coming weeks. And also the ecosystem growth, including the projects, including the ecosystems, communities, everything that's a part of the ecosystem. So I mean, obviously, we are not here and for hype. We don't want hype. We want the usage. We want people to find out that they need to use yellow, like they need to be a part of yellow in order to, let's say, increases their chances for winning, right? And yeah, if people are building and using, that's the real adoption and not price action.
Right. All right. That's amazing. So if we zoom out and look at the bigger picture, where do you see Yellow Network in the next 3 to 5 years, and what kind of role are you aiming to play within that global trading ecosystem?
Okay. Just to remind here, just for everyone to be aware of that, we are not here to be just another exchange. We are willing to become the clearing layer of crypto, the first and the only. And so instead of competing with exchanges, we connect them. This is our difference here. And in 3 to 5 years, ideally, there will be brokers running on Yellow, institutions plug into it, into the Yellow ecosystems, and users don't even think about chains. They will not need to think about chains, bridges, settlements, problematic settlements here, the on-chain fees, continuous fees. They will not need to do it. Yellow is actually solving all these. So we are the clearing layer. We are the infrastructure that is connecting exchanges.
I think my Telegram is glitching. Can you hear me, Burak?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Um, I think this is gonna be my second to last question before we head into the next question. So, Yellow has
I think we lost your voice. It's quite deep.
you were saying something.
Yeah.
Um, okay, yeah. So Yellow has attracted strong backing and support from well-known figures in the space. So how important has that been in terms of building credibility and accelerating growth for the community, if you don't mind?
Can you repeat the question? I didn't quite get it. Sorry.
I said Yellow has attracted strong backing and support.
I'm losing you again. Sorry. I mean, it's quite deep.
I think
It's deep. Um, it's even deeper right now.
it's a second.
No worries. No worries. It's good. It's all good.
Am I audible now? Can you hear me now, Burak?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right. So I would ask if Yellow has attracted strong backing and support from well-known figures in the space. So how important has that, been in terms of like building credibility and opening doors and accelerating growth for the project?
Okay. If I understood it well, I think this is something that we have just answered, right? It's about the growth, like what we are after and how we are willing to grow. I think this is what you asked. I mean, I missed a couple of words again. Is it right? This is what you asked.
That's similar to my previous questions.
Okay. Again, I mean, the growth, to be completely transparent here, especially as a growth manager, in the space right now, the growth is being shaped all over again with the new regulations from the US about, for example, airdrops, etc. With the new let's say, adjustments done by Elon Musk and Neil Beer, the Nikita Beer, the CTO of X, in terms of info files, in terms of everything else, even the like the content creator rewards, right? Everything is actually pushing crypto to become more organic. And during this period, during like while everything is changing, basically, of course, it's hard to find the new, let's say, the gateway into the growth. But at the same time, I'm quite happy myself that it's everything is becoming more organic. So if you are doing the right thing, you are meant to be successful here. So at Yellow, what we have been doing is to actually create a real infrastructure again, and give the people the real tools, the real product, and the real use cases which they want to be a part of, especially in the future. Uh, just as an example here, I don't know if everyone here is available about that, but during I think it was in 2001, there was this dot-com bubble, where most of the projects were actually bankrupting because there were no real use cases. Every project that had .com address, .com domain, they were, let's say, gathering hype around them. They were being successful for a couple of months or maybe weeks, and then they were disappearing. And crypto had this kind of periods, unfortunately, for the last couple of years. And people started to understand that it was not what crypto meant to be. Crypto here is here for bankings, for institutions, for people to actually do the right moves securely and in a decentralized ways in the financial system. So our duty here is right now, our purpose here right now is to bring this vision into the space and introduce people with the real infrastructure. Are you there?
Okay. This
Okay,
is gonna
okay,
be my
you're here.
last.
Okay, great to see. Yeah.
Yeah. So this will be my last question, and then we'll start the community question. So uh, to wrap things up, for anyone listening right now who are interested in checking out Yellow, what would you say is the best way to get started? What's like the first step they should take today?
Um, of course. So first of course, everyone should head to yellow.pro and see how the new kind of trading works, right? If you want to become a holder already, you can already purchase your token there as well, the yellow token. It's the only platform right now you can purchase and trade on yellow pairs. And well, we didn't still have the centralized exchanges joining. Probably they will also be joining in the future. And again, it was a soft launch and it was quite successful for us. And this is actually an early opportunity for early believers to join in and jump in. So yeah, I would advise everyone to go to yellow.pro and at least register, like just by connecting your wallet. And everyone is more than welcome to join our community, yellow/org, and yellow username on X. We will be sharing the links right after the call as well. I believe you already have shared it with your community as well. It's amazing. Yeah, I mean, try the products such as yellow.com, yellow.org. I mean, yellow.org is actually a landing page, but you can find more information regarding B2B infrastructure that we are bringing, that we are building. And of course, if you're a builder, reach us out and let's start building together on Yellow SDK. This is your chance to become a part of Yellow. We have a lot of support for our projects as well who are building on Yellow SDK, such as marketing support, such as the technical support. We are trying to help from many angles, even introducing to VCs because like we have Yellow Capital as well. We can introduce you guys to there as well. So it's time for you to start building on Yellow SDK, and yeah, all these actually take a few minutes to get started.
All right, everyone, please do well to buy the token and sign up for the platform and the trading platform as well. So, guys, you can Oh, it's a. I can see hands already. Okay, let's start. Let's start with the community questions, and I
Is
think
this going to happen on the
let's
chat?
start with Sophia. Sophia, your mic is unmuted. You can ask away.
Hi, Burak.
Hello, Sophia.
So I just want to know, like, if you had to point out one thing that really decide how far yellow goes, what would it be, and how are you working towards that right now?
I unfortunately didn't get the question. Could you please repeat? I couldn't hear you.
Okay, I said if you had to point out one thing that really would decide how far yellow goes, what would it be, and how are you working towards that right now?
Okay. Well, I mean, everything I said here are they're each of them are alphas here. Um, Starting from, for example, we didn't mention here, starting from the fact that Chris Larsen, the founder of Ripple, is one of our seed round investors. He's actually the lead, and he's actually a BQL himself as well on X. He shared already about Yellow. We like the Yellow tweet that he shared was one of the 6 tweets that he has shared last year in the whole year. We have Alexis Turkey behind us. We have been building the infrastructure. Alexis is right now buying 2 banks in Europe in order to basically start implementing the B2B connections for the Yellow ecosystem, for the Yellow network. So it is already being run, being tried out, and this is already becoming very big. The exchange was also a very good addition on the top of what we are building for the retail. So retails can already be a part by becoming a token holder and start trading on yellow.org. But the real moment for the retails to join, I think, is gonna be the moment that we will be releasing the perp decks. Because it will be whole another experience. So these are all alpha calls.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer.
You're welcome. Thank you as well.
Yeah, thank you for the question, Sophia. I saw Alina. Alina, she's here, and I just wanted to check. Hi, Alina. How's it going? I'm a one of I can say I can say from my own perspective I'm one of your fans, and I've watched your I've seen you on Twitter and I follow you as well. So I just wanted to say hi. So let's go with
Okay, she says she cannot talk, but she says hi back.
all right. Let's go with Ramsey. Ramsey, your mic is unmuted. You can ask away. Ramsey, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Burak. My question is, as Yellow keeps growing, how are you balancing scaling fast while still keeping that trust and real connection with your community?
Could you repeat the question? Sorry, again, I couldn't hear.
Okay. My question is, as Yellow keeps growing, how are you balancing scaling fast while still keeping that trust and real connection with your community?
Well, again, I think this is the, let's say, nature of Yellow Network because it is decentralized and it's centralized as well at the same time. It's giving you the user friendly experience of centralized exchanges, but at the same time, we are using state channels with the self custody and which is allowing you to trade and get connected with the brokers peer to peer. And yeah, this is what we are building. This is how we are doing it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you as well for the question.
All right. I can see Jay Gunger. Jay, your mic is unmuted. You can ask your question.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, Jay.
Oh, great. Thanks for that. Yeah, could you just elucidate a little bit more on the news today about the refund for VCs? I'm asking with regard to Coincilium PLC, which is a listed company that actually invested before Chris Larsen in April 2022, and they, through a SAFT
Okay.
agreement of future tokens, now have 50 million tokens. Can you explain how the rebate would work? Is that for their investment, but they keep the
Um,
tokens, or are you suggesting less?
which company again is that? I couldn't
Uh,
hear the name.
Coincilium PLC.
Oh, Coincilium. Yeah, they're one of our main investors as well. I was with Eddie actually in Hong Kong.
Yep.
It was such a good experience. He's an amazing person, and he's also, for those who don't know, like they knew Alexis, they knew each other with Alexis for a long time. I mean, there are NDAs, and I don't think it's on me to announce more like which VCs have been refunded, etc. But Coincilium has been one of our earliest and the strongest supporters here, and we are really happy to have them with us. These VC refunds were mostly about the VCs owning the token, and we didn't want that. That's why more than 80% of the VCs have been refunded. And of course, the long-term supporters, the long-term believers are staying with us, standing with us also in the long term. And there are also some other VCs who are going to become brokers in the future as well. And it's really happy to see Coincilium with us, and I hope they will be staying with us for the long term as well.
Yeah. Thank you. I believe that there are plans for Eddie and yourselves to carry on working together, possibly in predictive markets and other things. So, will Coincilium retain its 50 million yellow tokens?
Again, it's not on me to give the details of any softs or any agreements. I'm not fully aware of also regarding the investment, like the size of the investment here. But yeah, Coincilium is still with us.
Okay, all right. I'll drop that. And just one last question. You said that Yellow will probably move on to other exchanges. But right now you're
Yes.
focusing on Yellow Pro. Any ideas when you plan that to be? I mean, are you talking months or years?
That's actually a very good question. So actually the plan was to start already on centralized exchanges. That there were many tier one, the biggest exchanges lined up. And as Alexis also mentioned in a few AMAs, this was going to happen. But at the same time, we realized that the real adoption happens let's say, but by the method, by the way that most of the successful perplexes, for example, have done in the market recently. And that's why we wanted to release it firstly on Yellow.pro, on our own product, and then the listings, of course, are going to come. The years are too long. It's not going to take years. It's not going to take even many months. We will be starting to hear news in the coming weeks.
That's great. Thank you. And if I can, last one,
Of course.
which is there are 10 billion yellow tokens. What's your aspiration for the market cap of yellow, say, in 5 years?
I mean, again, as a official member of the team, I don't think I should give any estimations. This is going to be a financial advice. This is what you're asking for, right? The estimations.
Just aspiration, not estimation.
Okay. Well, what I can tell is that Alexis' vision is to be in the first top 10 on CMC. So we want to become one of the top 10 top 10 tokens in terms of the market cap. And we want to see yellow next to Ethereum after Bitcoin. So we want to be as big as possible. And what we are building is allowing us for aiming this purpose, for aiming this achievement. And I'm pretty sure myself, that's the reason I have been with Yellow, and I will be staying with Yellow in the long term. I really believe that this is something achievable, especially for Yellow, with the names behind it, with the founders behind it, with the VCs, with the investors such as Chris Larsen himself. This is quite possible.
Right. Did you say as large as Ethereum? You just went out there at one point.
I didn't want to say as large as Ethereum, but let's word it this way: that we want to be one of the top three in the market, like next to Bitcoin and Ethereum. We want to see ourselves.
Top three. Birkin, thank you very much for your honesty and your time.
Thank you as well for all the questions.
Right. Thanks again, Jay, for your question. I think I omitted Joseph. Joseph, your mic is already omitted. You can ask your question. Are you there, Joseph? Can you hear him, bro? Burak?
Nope.
Oh. Maybe you can try going out and then coming back again. See if it works. While we are waiting for you can try it again, Joseph. And right, I don't think we have time for this. Let me unmute. Let's take Henry Scott. Henry, your mic is unmuted. You can ask away.
Okay, can I speak now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, thank you. Big shout out to you, Burak. It was an amazing space. You answered all of the questions so well. Okay, so I would just want you to talk a little bit more about a particular aspect. I asked in the comments already. I don't know if the question was read to you, so I'll just ask you again. Okay, so I understand that you are the growth manager for Yellow,
Yes.
and big shout outs on all the progress that has been made. Yellow has been pumping since it was released. So the question is, as Yellow grows, as Yellow expands, I mean, there are 500 registered apps already on Yellow. As it grows, what is the plan to carry the community along on every phase that Yellow grows through? Do you understand my question?
Yes. It's actually a very good question. So, are you asking from only the community side or ecosystem as a whole?
I think you should just answer community and ecosystem as a whole. That would be nice.
Okay. That's very nice. So, first of all, of course, we have Yellow SDK, through which we have been already expanding the ecosystem. For the retails and for the brokers, we have two angles at this moment, which is, first of all, for the brokers, we will be releasing finalizing and releasing our protocols in order for brokers to already start being a part of the ecosystem, and the brokers can aggregate their order books within the Yellow network, start using the state channels in order to connect with their traders P2P. On state channels. So while this is improving, of course, they are going to use Yellow tokens in order to, as a collateral, in order to become a part, right? While we are doing this, we are going to also be releasing the new versions of the Yellow exchange, Yellow.pro, which is going to be including the state channel integrations, and which is going to also include the perp And this perp is going to be one of a kind. It will be quite unique as well with the state channels, of course. this is going to be, let's say, a whole another experience because there will be no waiting times in terms of blocks. There will be no sequencers. So the users are going to be having the fair, let's say, opportunity, the equal opportunity to jump in. I don't know if everyone is aware of what sequencers are, but for example, if you are joining it, like if you are trading on a perp desk which is on chain, and which is what all other on-chain, let's say, perp dexes in the markets are, right? They are all on-chain. If you are jumping in before the block gets completed, it's finalized, there are many other people joining in as well, right? So the projects, the sequencers, are allowing projects to reorder all these orders from the traders, and some of them are getting benefits, some of them losing the big opportunities here. And of course, it's quite unfair. And thanks to state channels, we are removing this. And there are many other features as well. We will be sharing a full list here also on the channel, especially once they are officially announced. But this is again a unique experience for the traders themselves. And we want to be the perptex. We want to be the exchange where retails are preferring to trade on. I don't know if it answered your question, but yeah, this is how we want to invite people. This is the narrative we are, let's say, giving to people.
Hope you got your
Got it.
answer.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Joe, we're gonna try Joseph again. Joseph, are you still there? Oh, left the chat.
I lost your voice. I don't know if it is the same for everyone, but could you repeat?
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was trying to.
I didn't hear you.
I wanted to unmute a member here.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Okay, of
go
course.
with Constanza. I think Constanza, you can ask your question.
Hello. Okay, so my question is for Burak. So why the yellow token no pre-sale or IDO? And also, in your opinion, why we invest or buy yellow token, and any special benefit for long-term holder?
Okay. I mean, I didn't quite get the word. Sorry, but you mean the long-term
We
value of
can't.
the token for
I
the token
don't.
holders, right?
Can't really hear him. I don't. Can you hear him, Burak?
I mean, I think he asked about the long-term value and the use cases for the token
We
in
can't
order to
really
know
hear
as a
you
YOLO
much.
holder, right? Yeah, I mean, this is what I heard.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes,
that's great. Again, like it is not just a governance token, right? The yellow token is the core of the infrastructure. In order to be a part of, as a retail, as an exchange, or whoever, you need to hold yellow tokens and use it in order to become a part. So there are already many use cases, but of course, it's also a fact that since we are still building, since we just launched and it was a soft launch, and there will be many protocols joining, like a launching, and it will be step by step. It will take time for all these features to go live and be a real time use cases. But of course, again, as I said, there will be some official, like more official announcements regarding the new use cases, especially as retails. But yeah, these are all going to be announced as well. But yellow, there will be many things, guys. I mean, if you're holding yellow token, me myself, I'm holding my own yellow tokens because we are just starting. This is what I can say. But thank you so much, Contensa, for the question.
Yeah. Thanks for your question as well. I think we're gonna go with the last person here. Toga. Toga. If I pronounced it right, your mic is unmuted. You can ask your question now.
We have a Turkish person here. Really nice to see you, man.
Tolga, you can tap your mic and you're gonna be unmuted.
I will explain in Turkish. Tolga, mikrofon sembolüne basarsan şu anda duyamıyoruz seni. Okay, he preferred living, I guess. It's okay.
No, he's back. I think he's struggling to speak. Figured. Tolga, you can just tap your mic, the microphone on your screen.
Yeah, it's blue, and you're gonna click on the blue, and it will turn green, so you will be able to speak.
Yeah.
It's blue. What we can do is that Tolga could drop a text, and we could answer on the chat, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Tolga, you can drop your questions on the comment section, or you can go to the community and drop the question there, and you get an answer from the team. So let's round it up from here. So, right, everyone. Before we round up the photo session, is there like a closing statement that you'd like to, bring before we, close up for the session, Burak?
Of course. It has been great to be all with you guys here. Thank you for the invitation, Chainreach. It was great to be with you. And yeah, I mean, everyone could already start being a part of Yellow today by already connecting their wallets to Yellow.pro and discovering the new trading opportunities there. Again, it's a very early stage for being a holder of Yellow, and you can already do that on Yellow.pro. And don't forget to keep an eye on our Twitter and official Telegram. And yeah, it's really nice to see you guys all here.
All right. So, all right, everyone. Thanks. That brings us to the end of the session for today. I just want to take a moment to say a big thank you to you, Burak, for taking the time to join us and walk us through everything. It's been really insightful hearing not just about Yellow, what Yellow is building, but also the thinking behind it. From the technology and the ecosystem to the bigger vision to where this is all heading. And it's clear that a strong focus here on solving real problem in the space, especially around trading infrastructure, liquidity, and also user control. And I think a lot of people in the community got a much better understanding of that today. And also a huge thank you to everyone who joined us today and stayed engaged throughout the session. We really appreciate the time and attention. It's the community that makes conversations like this valuable and worthwhile. And for those who just discovered Yellow, this is definitely a project that you want to keep an eye on as it continues to grow and evolve. You're gonna enjoy this. And for those already following closely, there's clearly a lot more to look forward to in the coming months. So we'll be sharing the full recording of the session along with the key highlights across all platforms. So make sure to watch us for that in case you missed anything or you want to like revisit some of the key points. And as always, we'll continue bringing more sessions like this, connecting you directly with the team building in this space and giving you the real insight beyond just headlines. So once again, thank you, Burak. Thank you for coming in. And thank everyone for joining. We'll see you guys on the next AMA. Take care and stay safe and have a great day ahead. Thanks
Thank
again,
you,
Burak.
everyone. Thank you so much, Chainreach, and thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you, and have a nice evening for Europe. I mean, take care.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.